Hello.
Oh,
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. What's up?
Okay, welcome to Flight Attendant Therapy. I'm Tobias, and we have a caller that just called in regarding what was going on with the debate last night. Some of the stuff on the debate I found very disturbing, and I thought it was an insult to a lot of a lot of people of my caliber who happen to be gay. And same-sex marriage issue was something that was really, really serious, which was the topic of discussion. And I called one of my best friends who happens to be a flight attendant and one of my favorite people, and I respect her opinions about a lot of stuff that we discuss, and we discuss everything, right? Hello, person.
Yeah.
So we discuss everything, right?
Right.
Okay. Let me turn the YouTube thing off. Hold on for a minute, because this is kind of crazy. All right. So, so did you see the debate last night?
Yes, I did.
Can you speak up? I think they can barely hear you.
I did.
And what did you take of the debate as far as certain topics that they covered last night?
Well, I'm, first of all, I've got to get past Taylor. Um, I really don't, I can't stand to hear her talk, number one. So I'm just, anything Taylor has to say, I'm really not interested in it.
Well, I mean, you have to take into consideration for you to say that you can't even stand to hear someone talk. I mean, do you think that
I'm
do you think she
telling
comes
you,
across as a liar? Do you think she comes across as, almost hypocritical? Because John McCain's
is a,
John
she
McCain's
is a hypocrite.
exactly. And then
She is a hypocrite.
she made it seem as though he didn't have any contradictions in his administration. As we remember about 2 months ago, when he went to the White House to meet with George Bush to speak on, I think they were revising whatever the exit strategy was. Bef-
Yes.
the interview that he stated before he got there was a complete contradiction of what he said when he got there. He was in agreement with President Bush stating that we should not leave Iraq, but yet we should send more troops, right? Was that not the discussion that we had?
Well, part of it, are we talking about McCain or are we talking about,
What we're talking about when McCain came to the White House to meet with President Bush regarding the exit strategy for Iraq.
okay, and what is the question?
Well, the answer was that McCain did not want troops to exit Iraq because General Petraeus stated that it would be advantageous that we stay in Iraq, in fact, for an even more extended period of time.
Right, because John McCain, and he just have a time frame. He doesn't want a time frame on this.
Right, exactly, exactly.
So what does? He wants them out of there within a certain time frame.
Right, right. Okay, so as far as the same-sex marriage issue that both of them had, Sarah Palin said that, quote unquote, that same-sex unions and same-sex marriages should she has a tolerance. She has a tolerance for same-sex
It
unions.
was tolerant of it. Right.
Right. Now, when she's tolerance, that was almost like a slap face. It's like just because you're gay or because you have a same-sex partner that you're less of an American. And that disgusted me. It completely disgusted me coming from a woman who claims to be a soccer mom whose child has a baby as a teenager out of wedlock. And to have such
Well,
wait a minute, strict religious values, and then not to hold on to what is sacred or to be what is
well, he, he can
wait a
even,
minute,
he,
which is to be of the American way, and then to say that she would tolerate something like that. I think there's a lot more tolerance that needs to be given to her own family in that regards.
Well, she really can't talk because she was pregnant when she got married.
Exactly. Exactly.
So,
And then on to what Joe Biden said. Joe Biden said that he will support. He said he will
he was for
support
the
equal rights,
benefits part.
hospital right, the benefits, hospital visits, and the major
Right.
policy.
Well, he said that they should have all the benefits. If that's the person they've chosen to be with, they should have all the benefits, which makes sense.
It does. It does. I just wanted to make.
Say,
Go ahead.
go ahead.
No, I
What
just
I'm saying is they're basing it on the biblical scriptures that a man should not marry another man. And that's what Palin said also. They both were in agreement that they disagree with same-sex marriages, but Biden said that he does agree that they should have all the benefits. And he didn't say that, it was a disdainful thing for him, but the way she came across was disdainful for her, but she was tolerated. She didn't have a choice.
And that's an insult. That is an insult to say they tolerate something like that. We live in a country where tolerating something like that, she lives in Alaska. This is a woman that is on charge of 7,000 people at one given time. And she want to talk about experience. She want to talk about experience. That is such a lack of experience judging 7,000 people versus running or attempting to running as a VP a country. 7,000
So why
versus
are you
a country.
upset about this?
I'm upset about it because number one, I'm not here to be tolerated. Do you know how demoralizing that is for someone to say that they would tolerate something? That's demoralizing. And you want to talk about, well, Joe Biden also wants to talk about the sanctity of marriage. The sanctity of marriage has already been destroyed by people who have this large number of divorces in our country. And
That's true.
they want to talk about the sanctity of marriage and the fibers of marriage as if we're not as gay people, as we're not responsible enough to hold them or to raise a child effectively. I think that's just a slap in the face, as if we're less of an American. Like myself, I'm retired military. You're retired military. And just because I just so happen to be gay, or you just so happen to be divorced, I mean, are we less of Americans?
Hell no.
Exactly. And you want to know why the brother is mad? That's one of the main reasons why I'm mad. And
Okay.
and the main thing is that, especially this year, especially now, especially in this day and time, we as people, as all people collectively, we need to get out and vote.
That is true.
And if we don't, then you don't have a right to bitch about nothing.
Oh, well, you talking to number one, because I will purposely be there at 7 a.m. on November 4th.
Amen. Amen. I am
Purposely.
serious.
As a matter of fact, you and I both need to be here. We can physically after our vote. You understand? Now, we can't wear, as a matter of fact, somebody stole the Obama sign out the front yard.
Are you serious?
Yeah, but Jason and I got back here yesterday afternoon. Rodney came in and he said, "Where did you take the sign down?" And I'm like,
You've got
"No,
mail."
somebody took the sign.
Wow.
Somebody has taken the sign out the front yard. That thing's been out there since day one."
Well, I tell you what, just remember that you cannot wear any paraphernalia for whomever you're voting
Oh, I
for.
know.
You
I
can't wear
know.
anything to the polls because they will turn you away. And we know who they're talking about
No.
turning away. So, let's.
Oh, honey, I have a white shirt and a pair of pants. There's nothing on it.
Okay,
That's as American as you can get. A white shirt and a pair of jeans.
exactly, with a pin-up flag on your chest.
I won't even put a flag on there.
That's funny. Hey, once again, thank you for joining us on Flight Attendant Therapy. I'm Tobias, and my caller shall remain anonymous because of work-related issues. But nevertheless, thank you for joining us. And this is episode number, I think it's 15 for Flight Attendant Therapy. Thank you for all the comments and everything, supporting the website on YouTube, and subscribe to Flight Attendant Therapy. And once again, thank you and fly safe.